The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by All Pro Roofing. AllProRoofingLLC.com on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
All right, we got a big segment. The 10-minute drill is devoted to the Kuiper mock draft talk. And then we're going to shift to giving you something that you need to make plans for. This is a hell of a deal, man.
This is advanced planning, but for good reason.
I mean, I think it's almost too easy that we're giving out Zach Brown ticks.
So stay tuned at the
It's
end
not
of the
till October, but I don't care.
At the end of the 10-minute drill, we'll do a cue to call, and one lucky Guggen going to go home with a pair of tickets for Zach Brown Band and their Cut in the Middle tour coming to Daly's Place Friday, October 7th.
Why's it got to be Friday? Anyway. Okay, so there you go. So, Pros, hit me. I'm going to say Aiden Hutchinson is the Jags pick with Ooh, That Smell.
Yeah, it's interesting how we all kind of choose a side in this without knowing the ins and outs, the intricacies, the film work of the two of them. I like the guy, although, and it doesn't work this way. I would fail at it. I like the guy who reaches his potential when he plays football, not always in search of that higher ceiling potential. And at the end of the day, Aiden Hutchinson went out every Saturday and got a sack every week. Yeah. And Thibodeau went out and got one every other week. And my guy Hutchinson did it in a league not known for throwing the football. I'm sure they throw it more in the Big Ten now than before, but he's been so much better as a college player. I mean, it's not close, is it?
I have a question about Aiden
Is it close? Aiden Hutchinson versus Thibodeau as a college player. It's not close.
It's not close?
No. Thibodeau, if he's an All-American, is based simply on his name value and his ceiling. He had 7 sacks, Sick.
Well, he was the...
I mean, I got Zach Carter has 7 sacks.
I like Zach Carter. What did Aiden Hutchinson have? 15? 16 and a half? What do you have? 14.
Yeah.
He also, in 2020, he only played in 3 games. He had none. And then he had 3.5 as a sophomore.
Yeah.
So he had a breakout year. It's 1 year is what you're basing it on.
That's true, too.
Can I tell you the one thing that I've noticed about Aiden Hutchinson that, and again, I'm saying this just as a guy, as a fan. I don't know X's and O's and stuff. His arms don't look defined enough for me. Have you ever noticed that?
No, I haven't.
I want him to look like J.J. Watt. So I don't know if we got to get more juice in him or what, but his arms don't look defined. Have you noticed that at all?
Not really. I haven't paid that much attention.
And that doesn't matter. I understand that. Like, Baselli laughs at me like, if it's because the bench press whatever. Maybe he's strong. I don't know. I just thought, man, I wish he looked like he was ripped.
Don't you feel like the winner is going to be the team that here at 7, who may have similar needs, takes the playmaker there at 7 and then comes back with like Jermaine Johnson from FSU? Those guys win. That's right. Why the good teams stay good because they pick 18. Yeah. They get just as good a player, and they can take whoever they want without anyone saying,
Thibodeau,
you have to take this guy.
Thibodeau had 9 sacks as a freshman. 3 and 7. He's got more career sacks.
Yeah.
More tackles for loss, et cetera, et cetera. He's freshman, and he only played 7 games So I don't know.
I'm hopeful that a receiving playmaker can emerge to the point that you can't ignore him. And maybe the Jags, somebody wants a quarterback that can. No one's trading a number 1 for the quarterback either. We leave that out. If someone wants a quarterback, they're going to trade up to 3 or 5.
They know the Jags ain't taking a quarterback.
They know that we're going to take the wrong guy.
Oh, we're not taking a quarterback. So they know that. So they can then move to number.
That's right.
And
it doesn't matter if we're taking it. It matters if 2 is taking it.
Right. So anyway,
2 isn't taking. Well, who is 2? 2 is Detroit. They can take if Detroit falls in love with a quarterback.
Yeah, I'm undecided on the D end. I'll say it again.
Too, yeah.
I want to rewrite. I want to rewrite the NFL mantra, or whatever. Whoever wrote the NFL quarterback's most important, defensive end's next important, offensive line's next important. I want to put wide receiver second, and I want to take the wide receiver is going to give me $1,400.
I am good too. I just don't know if it's going to correlate. If these guys that are such in the NFL box will allow themselves to do that.
I know they won't.
And put themselves out there.
You know it, and I know.
Yeah.
They won't.
Here is what.
Anyway, continue.
Kuiper says about the pick. He did go with Hutchinson.
Okay.
He says, so if the Jaguars get first dibs on any prospect, I'd go with Hutchinson. I have him ranked slightly ahead of Kayvon Thibodeau. Hutchinson finished second in the Heisman Trophy voting. Dominant and consistent pass rusher who can put up double-digit sacks as a rookie.
Yeah.
He's a safe number one pick. They can play him on the other side of Josh Allen, who's a nice player. Now, there could be some talk about the Jags taking a left tackle here, but I'm not buying that over the value of having a truly great edge defender. Yes, left tackle might be more of a, quote, need, but they should take the best prospect, not fill the biggest need.
I don't know if that's more of a need.
He's losing his fastball, too, because the need between defensive end and offensive tackle is not that
And
great.
also, the second thing he said bothers me too. If that's like the lead sentence, he finished second in the Heisman Trophy voting. So what?
Right. Well, as a defensive player, it just shows the kind of attention
Guess what?
that he got.
The best defensive player in the country
Yeah.
is a guy who I voted second in the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, he was
voting,
at Alabama.
and he ain't eligible.
Yeah.
That's Will.
The
Anderson.
Lions come back with Thibodeau.
Yeah, they call me Mr. Tibbs.
Would the Lions not at some point maybe get intrigued by a quarterback?
maybe.
Where are they going
not.
with Jared Goff?
They might.
The Houston Texans take Evan Neal.
Yeah. Then it'll be Neil V. Hutch for years and years.
The Houston offense was as bad as the Jags this year.
Right.
So they need some help there. I wonder what they're going to do with Davis Mills. He really statistically played great down the stretch.
Might keep him.
Kyle Hamilton doesn't seem to be budging. Everyone loves him. He goes to the Jets, number 4. He's the safety from Notre Dame.
Jets have 2 first-round picks. Giants have 2 first-round picks in the top 10.
The Giants, this guy from NC State continues to rise.
OT.
Ikem Ekwonu. He's goes to the Giants, number 5.
Excellent.
And then the Mississippi State offensive tackle Charles Cross goes to Carolina,
There's
6.
3 offensive tackles. Again, you've got to get the one. Remember the year a couple years ago where all the offensive tackles, Tristan Wirfs was the best one. He wasn't the first one. The kid from the Georgia went to the Giants, and he hadn't been that good.
Yeah. Ojabo from Michigan, the other outside pass rusher,
Wow.
is number 7 to the Giants.
Wow.
The Falcons at 8 take Derek Stingley Jr.
Okay.
Broncos at 9, Nakobe Dean,
Like that pick.
playmaker. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jets, wow. Although whenever you're talking, these guys are just suggesting. They're going with like who they think it is, but this is not a receiver I've seen go number 1 yet, and he has him as the first receiver taken number 10.
Drake London.
Drake London.
I've seen that.
I haven't seen him number
He's
1.
big on him.
I see
He's
him-
a big, tall kid.
Yeah, I see him 3 or 4 everywhere.
Well, the only problem with tall kids, big gangly kids like Drake London, sometimes they can get off the ball, off the press, and sometimes they can't in the NFL. And you really don't know. You got to find out because Laquan Treadwell was Drake London, right? But
Yeah.
DK Metcalf, another big guy, he can. He just, I don't know. Give me the receivers now. You got Drake London at 10.
I will say the first quarterback taken at 11 will surprise you.
It's not Pickett.
This is so Mel.
Ooh, beef.
Malik Willis. What are we
Oh,
doing?
jeez, come on.
Why don't you take the Liberty guy?
You're not doing that.
These guys miss it. They're terrible. Him and McShay, they're all awful, Hick. The guys, but we're all terrible at this.
Yeah, we're terrible.
Mel and them are terrible. The teams that pick are god awful. They get paid to do it.
Mel's not terrible because he's
And we're bad
parlayed
at
that
it,
into
too.
a wonderful career.
Well, I guess, but when it actually comes to being right, we're all just awful at it.
And somehow the Raiders hired one of these guys as a GM.
Every single one of us, though. We're bad at it. The national scouts are bad
By the
at
way-
it. The football teams are worse than all of us.
Here's the thing about the Raiders hiring Mike Mayock. If he had succeeded, then Sticks Jeremiah and Louis Riddick would have been in more demand. Just
Well,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mayock is 25 and 24. It's not like he was a flaming failure, but
Cleveland.
not a lot of talent.
Cleveland Farrell.
Yeah, that's one pick. I can
right,
give
go.
you 10 of them here.
Want to do the Ohio State
Leatherwood.
corner too?
So what do you want to know?
We can keep going.
Receivers?
Yeah, give me the receiver.
The next one is Garrett Wilson, 13,
2.
Cleveland.
All right, keep going.
The next one is
That's the kind of guy I like. I like the Garrett Wilson kid. That's the one I'm kind of leaning towards.
The next one is Chris Olave,
Okay, what number?
19,
Okay,
Ohio State to Philadelphia.
all right.
Steelers take Matt Corral, 20. Pickett was already gone. The next receiver, Jamison Williams,
Okay,
21.
that's Bama ACL.
Yeah,
Only falls at 21.
to the Patriots.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Do we got one more? Man.
What?
Jahan Dotson,
Uh-huh.
Penn State receiver, 26.
Yeah. What about
I did have-
Burks?
oh,
What
yeah.
about Burks?
Although he had 91 and 12 scores last year.
What about Burks?
Well, let me go. 27. The Bills, no. I also like this because he forecasts who he thinks is going to win the Super Bowl. Like the Bills, he must have losing to Kansas City this week. Sam Howell, by the way, goes to the Lions with their second first-round pick.
Well, there you go.
Burks does not make the cut.
All right, so we can take him.
Trey McBride, it goes to the first round to the Packers at the very bottom.
Okay, so we could take Burks at the top of the second.
We could. Or
Again,
that Trey McBride kid, if he doesn't
Or
go.
we can trade up to get somebody, or we can trade for an established wide receiver, but we must be proactive. That's the biggest thing.
one. We don't need like a guy who's between a 2 and a 3.
I'm tired of sitting where we sit and just like
Letting it
2
fall.
years ago, we want every one of those 12 picks, and they all stink. And then during the season, we don't make a trade at the trade deadline. I will say this, who do we trade? Help me, I'm drawing a blank, but who's the big guy we traded for in 2017 to fortify the D line, boys?
Marcel Darius.
Yeah. I mean, those are the kind of things, and that helped, by the way.
For sure.
It surprised everybody, but guess what? That made our defense that much better. We have got to be a proactive team and stop just sitting here with our thumbs up our butt. We got to spend money. We got to be proactive. We got to see what we do in free agency. We got to look at the trade market. We got to make moves. We got to take chances, and we got to get better. We got to find difference makers. I don't want 12 guys. I want 3 difference makers. I want 5 difference makers via free agency in the draft. And you should be able to get that, by the way, because we don't have any.
Can we back? I'm just going to say one thing. I'm not going to dwell on it, but
No.
to any and all who have decided that Aiden Hutchinson cannot be the number 1 pick because of how he played against Georgia, man, y'all are doing it wrong. That's all I can say.
And you're wrong,
They're
too,
coming,
by the way.
They're coming one
You saw
after the
one
other.
viral
I
play.
can't take Hutchinson after how he played against Georgia. That's just so silly.
No, you saw he
dumb.
didn't play badly. That's the point.
Well, it's just a dumb take, even if he
and don't send me the one viral play. It happens every game.
All these same guys, by the way, watching the NFL. You want me to go find an NFL game where T.J. Watt didn't do anything, and then I'll tell you the Steelers should cut him.
Yeah.
It's just a dumb argument. That's all.
I
Just a
agree. The
dumb
Steelers
one.
should cut him.
No, but my point
Get him
is
into the market.
and I don't care. I'll assume you're right. And he got quote dominated.
Yeah.
How many sacks did Will Anderson have in the title game?
I don't know.
Yeah, none.
Oh.
Come on, man. I mean, and I'm not saying Hutchinson's the guy. You got to determine. But if y'all think that Hutchinson's overrated, not the guy because of the Georgia game, get over yourself, dog fan. Seriously. I mean, stop it.
Yeah. Just like
That's just
like
silly.
your big left tackle was the guy a couple years ago, and then he went to the NFL. There's just no rhyme or reason. You got to do the best you can, but you got to.
That's not the reason why.
You got to uncover every.
You don't not
piece of
take
the puzzle.
Hutchinson because of the Georgia game. That's stupid.
All right, our one-to-one financial poll question of the day: which young quarterback playing this weekend would you pick to lead your football team?
By the way, Peyton should have never been drafted because he couldn't beat Florida.
Yeah.
When he played a real team, Dan, he wasn't any good.
Our one-to-one financial poll question: which young quarterback playing this weekend would you pick to lead your football team? Burrow, Mahomes, or Allen? Real simple.
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
100%.
All right.
Yeah.
46.7. Joe Burrow, 30.2. Josh Allen, only 23.1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't go wrong with any of them.
By the way, as we head to the 8 o'clock hour, and we got a lot of football to discuss here, but isn't the Kansas City Buffalo the de facto AFC championship game in your mind a little bit?
I think it's being looked at that way.
Well, and
Is
it? You know who that plays perfectly into the
Yeah,
hands
the winner
of?
of the other game.
Nah, the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
The Bengals aren't winning on the road again.
Yeah, I don't
They're
think
not going to beat Tennessee and then beat Buffalo.
Yeah.
But Tennessee's dangerous.
Yeah.
You're going to sit there at home with Derrick Henry, and I could see Tennessee being that team that rides that home field to the Super Bowl in a year like this. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's by far the most compelling of the AFC playoff field, right? If you could have picked any game, to me that was the one that was most compelling.
All right, Beef. Play us out. We're going to do caller number 5.
Caller number 5 right now.
641-1010. Tell them what they're going to win.
Caller number 5 at 641-1010. Going home with a pair of tickets to the Zach Brown Band on their Caught in the Middle tour coming to Daly's Place Friday, October 7th. Just be caller number 5 right now. 641-1010. And a pair of tickets are yours.